Okay, and we are live. Sorry, y'all. We were just having fun with Ginger in the chat and having fun with her and
Hey,
Bobby in chat.
everybody.
So it's so good to see everybody. We have, let's see, Bobby was here first saying hello, and there's Nancy, and then Ginger. She's going to be lurking. And she's going to be lurking while she's not making, trouble in the back seat of the car. So, like I said, don't make me come back there, Ginger. I got my wand nearby somewhere. I don't know where, but I don't know.
Oh, dear.
So we just all been having a lot of fun. But Nancy and I welcome everybody to the show. It's another Monday, and Nancy and I were talking earlier today, and I said, Nancy, we started doing this January 22nd, and we've only think this maybe didn't do 2 shows ever since January 22nd. So this has been a very popular show.
I had no idea we've been doing it that long. Really,
I
it
didn't
just went
either.
so quickly.
And we appreciate everyone making this, one of my most popular shows. And of course, I wouldn't be able to do it without my sidekick right here on Mondays, Miss Nancy. And we do have an unexpected guest. I tried telling the bouncer at the door, I don't know if we should really let this person in and join us, but I said, go ahead, let them in.
Yeah, and make sure you park my car right. I'm not. Oh, hello. Hey, everybody.
Hi, Bobby. So everybody, Bobby has been able to join us today. He is our special guest.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for joining us, Bobby.
Hello.
And so today we're because we're coming up on the Sow-en holiday season, Halloween Sow-en. Nancy and I wanted to do something that focused on Samhain, and Samhain is actually a Celtic pagan holiday, and it goes along the veins of the Day of the Dead, the Christian All Hallows Eve. It's all interconnected, and so trying to figure out where to start. So just a really quick, and like I'm going to, for entertainment purposes only, of course, and just to let anybody who might watch this on replay, this is not an intensive on Samhain. This is just me explaining just in brief. It's very layered. It's very rich history. It's a lot of mythologies. It's a lot of just rituals and practices. Some are based in ancient traditions, but the actual Samhain is more of a modern a concept, but based on ancient practices. So just really quick, Samhain is pronounced Sow-en. It's been pronounced as Sabine. Some people pronounce it Samhain. And
Here in the United States, we pronounce it pumpkin spice.
And here in, yes, pumpkin spice latte or pumpkin spice season. There we go. That was an awesome post that you did. And it's a pagan religious festival. And I kind of not sure if I want to use the word religious because Wicca is recognized as a religion here in the United States and pretty much around the world now. At least in certain countries that it's allowed. And but for me, a lot of us are solitary practitioners. Sometimes we're just considered pagan. And for me, I love, being a solitary and just being able to honor the festival. But it's originating from ancient Celtic spiritual tradition. It's usually celebrated from October 31st at sunset to November 1st to welcome in the harvest and usher in the dark half of the year. Celebrants believe that the barriers between the physical world and the spiritual world break down during Samhain, allowing more interaction between humans. And then, according to the History Channel, the denizens of the other world, so the Fae, our ancestors, the elementals. So it is one of the 4 quarterly fire festivals and considered pretty much the most significant. This is basically for a lot of witches the new year, not necessarily January 1st, but the witches' new year is Samhain, And so fires were burnt in the fields, in homes. Um, you know, this was like the last harvest, and a lot of taboo in the older countries, carried around here a little bit, but you know, in the north, in Europe, anything left in the fields after that harvest was to be left for the fae, the elementals, and for ancestors as well. So again, they don't get too heavily and take up too much time, but it was a very spiritual time, honoring the ancestors, the harvest. Um, and that's where I will end my little quick spiel, and I will hand it over to Nancy. I know that you had something that you had written, or do we want to let Bobby go and have him share?
Let's let Bobby.
Bobby, what
Yeah.
would you like to share with us? You're our guest.
Oh, well, as far as Halloween goes, you're
Hi,
dead
Mary.
on when you talk about it being the witch's new year. Um, when this time rolls around, we know it's time to die and to be reborn. The old year is gone. It's time to start the new year. We try to put everything in the past behind us and move forward. You don't want to drag a bunch of bullcrap with you into the new year. There is, in essence, a sense of transformation when you go into the new year. Being a follower of Hecate, I'm real big on transformation. I love Halloween. One of my very first memories is of being dressed up like a little werewolf when I was maybe 5 or 6,
Aw.
running around the
Werewolf.
street when everybody's trick or treating, and I was in character. You know, and it just that was little
Love-
5-year-old me running around, and I've had a love for Halloween ever since. But it didn't. Halloween didn't make me a tarot reader. Although I've loved Halloween, I was a tarot reader and didn't fall fully into the Halloween spirit until I was an adult, grown-up witch
Mm.
and was able to appreciate it properly and understand the relevance of the true significance of it. So, what you got, Nance?
Well, I just love this time of the year. Um, I
And that fabulous headpiece. We got to all acknowledge Nancy's headpiece.
my head.
Heck yeah.
I got
Never
there
disappoints.
be spiders there. But I love this time of the season. For me, it's a time of slowing down and a time of regeneration through the season of Samhain and into winter. And I this time of the year, I especially feel very close to my ancestors. And of course, we celebrate. We have always celebrated Halloween in a huge way in my family for years. I remember one time when my David was I don't know, maybe he was 12, and I have a cedar chest, and we put it out on the front porch, and he had a crypt keeper mask.
Crypt keeper.
And one of his friends sat outside, and when the children came for candy, he said, well, let's open the casket, and they'd open it, and David would come out and scare
those poor kids.
daylights out of these poor children, but they loved it. But to me, setting Halloween, the actual holiday of Halloween, I find this an incredibly spiritual time of the year when the veil thins. And
Hey, Jay.
Hey, Jay.
Yes.
Speaking of the veil
so
and thinning, I know my readings are stronger at this time of year,
Mhm.
especially my ancestor readings. So I always encourage my clients at this time of year do the ancestor readings.
Yes, I feel drawn to ancestral readings.
And we'll be doing that next Monday for our show, because we'll be closer to that time, the Samhain. So we'll be doing ancestor readings. And I had asked, Nancy, I will kind of talk about some of the goddesses that are associated with Samhain because of the death and the rebirth. And Bobby, you mentioned Hecate, that you work with her. Was there anything specific that you can share with us that you work with her during this time of year, or how she is seen as a goddess for this time of year, or whatever you feel
No,
comfortable sharing?
the heat of Hecate Sotera, the world soul, it warms the earth. Um, she is all year long to me. So I know a lot of people only look to her at this time of year,
Mhm.
but all year long. So it's kind of difficult for me to say. The only thing I do differently at this time of year with her is um, I do work with the darker aspects, the
Mhm.
aspects of the chthonic side of her, the psychopomp version of Hecate that guides the souls of the dead, that brings peace. Um, these are the aspects that I lean into at this time of year. I don't try to do anything other than what I've done all year long. It's like I say, for me, it's an ongoing thing. It's so no, I don't know how to answer that. I do a
No,
lot of
that's okay.
ancestor work with Hecate. I ask her for help with my ancestor work at this time of
Mhm.
year.
Beautiful. Thank you. Nancy, did you want to
Yeah, like I
like?
said, I feel very close to my ancestors this time of the year. And Heather and I were talking about writing a poem for Sow-en. And I started to do that. And then just all of a sudden, after the 2 lines, it became automatic writing for me. And I wanted to share it with you all. It's As the Veil Thins. As the veil is thinning, my ancestors gather, welcoming the newer arrivals, guiding them to the circle. Ancient hands grasping the hands of the newer souls in welcome and loving compassion. They all look above in unison at the veil that is thinning with every passing hour. Soon, soon, it will be at its thinnest. And they whisper, will she be there? Will she honor us? Will she acknowledge all we suffered, all we strive to overcome, how much we love her? Does she realize she is the precious result of the love and sacrifice of countless thousands upon thousands? As I prepare for Samhain, my thoughts drift to my ancestors, what they gave, how they lived and survived so that I might be born, how they watched me as I strive to heal their wounds and pain. There is a power in working in the shadows, power to heal for my family and my future family members, those that haven't been born yet. Looking across the mists of the future, I shall join that circle. I shall join hands and wait for the thinning of the veil. Until that time, I shall prepare the altar in my heart and commune with my ancestors, honoring them for their love and for their steadfastness shows me the way as I approach the sacred veil.
That's beautiful.
Thank
That
you.
is beautiful.
Um, for me, I did write a little poem. It started coming out, and I couldn't really keep up, and then my hands started cramping up. Um, but the one goddess that's been popping up in my readings lately is I'm going to try to pronounce her name properly. The Kalach. She's pronounced
Oh yeah.
in slightly different. I started noticing some other phonetics, um, but I'm going to go ahead and just type her. Okay, hang on just a second, Rossi. I'll see that you got there, but we'll just wait till we get because the chat will jump and I will miss people asking for readings, but I do see you there. This is how her name is spelled. Um, the Kalak, the Kalak. Couple different other
Kaliak.
pronunciations. The what?
Kaliak.
Kaliak. Okay, thank you. This is
I
in
think that's how
Gaelic,
you say it. Yeah.
Irish, Scottish, and Manx. It is a divine hag ancestor associated with the creation of the landscape and with the weather, especially storms and winter. The word literally means old woman hag and is found with this meaning in modern Irish and Scottish Gaelic and has been applied to numerous mythological and folkloric figures in Ireland, Scotland, and the Isle of Man. In modern Irish folklore studies, she is sometimes known as the Hag of Beara, while in Scotland she is known as Beara, Queen of Winter. So that's just a little bit of part that I'm going to share what they found on her. I'm starting to start. Okay, I am started studying the Morrigan, and I know a lot of these goddesses are all interconnected. So a little at a time, a lot of these names are going to be coming up. Here, let me fix my.
Mata has been coming up for me, which is also associated with the Morrigan.
Omaka, yes, one of her aspects. Yep. So what I wrote, and I'm going to try to do my best here because I haven't written a poem in a while. Um, Languid movements of Gaia's energy moves with mirthful joy to embrace her sister, her crone aspect, the Cachiac, whose hair of white, littered with fallen leaves, dead branches, and skeletal remains, her long bony arms of which skin hangs like ancient moss, gifted with oak leaves and apple seeds, loosely wrapped in a shimmering red cloak, a basket of apples in one hand and a scythe in the other. She halves an apple, and with a glimmer of bonfires burning within her eyes, still full of life, promises death will befall her, and her younger self, the maiden, will be waiting at springtime's gate for for her the rebirth and cycle of life to return. So that came out kind of
That's
quick.
beautiful.
So I'll probably rewrite that again at some point. So thank you for letting me share. And I'm just going to move now. All these books. Oh, one thing I did want to share too, in case anyone's into herbs for this time of year, I do have a book called The Druid's Herbal by Ellen Everett Hopman. And for Samhain, she has acknowledged the herbs, acorn and oak, apple, aborbitane, which is yellow cedar, corn, dittany of Crete, fumitory, hazel, mullein, nightshade, pumpkin, as in pumpkin spice, sage, turnip, and wormwood. And they suggest making offering of cakes and ciders and sawns to some local fruit trees and thanks for the year's harvest. So this is really also very important about the harvest and thanking the land, thanking the Mother Earth, the Mother Goddess for her bounty. And a lot of times this was the year too where they would pick certain of the livestock and have them slaughtered for winter for them to survive on, to live through. And this is a wonderful book if you like herbals and you're interested in the like Gaelic, Celtic, and Druid. They give you homeopathic uses, magic uses. It's a really wonderful book, and hopefully I'll delve a little bit more deeper into that once we get settled next year. So I just want to share that for some folks who may like to play with, or research and study the herbs.
Mm-hmm.
So let me just go up. Okay, people are still putting in, please. Hold on, everybody. Give me a second. Yeah. Let me do. I'm tearing up. Okay, so Melly said, I'm tearing up here, Nancy. That was so beautiful.
Aw, thank you.
And the altar in my heart. Nancy, you have such a way with words. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. Okay, so there's Rossi's me. And Ginger said, yes, she does, Rain. And let's see. Debbie, okay. Candace. I love what's growing out of Nancy's brain. Poetry and a lovely headdress. Okay, got you shenanigans. And the readings are going to be out of order. I'm going to do a random. So please, be present for when we call your name. And if you do have to go, which is totally, understandable, phone calls, life happens, just let us know. in chat that you have to go, and I can take your name out of the queue. Maybe possibly free up a space for somebody. Thank you, Rain, for putting the and Bobby's. There you go. All righty. Heather, your banner tells
Thank
them to say
you.
me. I know, my dear, but I was just telling you to wait for us to go ahead and say me. Because now that we're all done sharing, now I can go and say me.
So guess what? You guys know
So
I just started my channel recently. I've only got 8 more subscribers, so I hit 200, and that is doesn't sound like a big deal, but to me it's a big deal.
everybody,
It's
let's
So
help get
it's
Bobby to
huge.
200. Please,
Yes.
please, 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 please. And Ginger said that she does have to go soon, and so we're going to do a reading for her first because she's got to head out soon.
Oh, okay.
So Ginger, hang on, girl. Here we go. So
All
Nancy
right.
and I came up with what can we harvest now? What can I plant for the new year? I forgot to put in which goddess can help me. So let me go back in
Okay.
and let me fix that banner because I was typing really quick.
I am ready.
so you
That
want me to
fast?
take the last part?
No, we're each gonna answer that.
Oh, all three? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Which which goddess? Hold on, Nancy. Which so I can put you up on the which goddess can help me. Alrighty. What can I harvest now? Let me just put that in there. Let me change it up, my dear. Oh goodness. I got birds yelling outside my window too right now. It's not helping, guys. It's not helping. Alrighty. So let me take this down. We are doing Ginger, and there goes Miss Nancy.
Ginger, what you can harvest now is abundance. You are at a time of harvest. Get ready to reap the rewards of your efforts. What can I plant for the new year is the season of midday grace. And this is from the Sacred Hags Oracle. And this is what it says. Grandmother speaks. The grateful heart has much to teach us about the human condition. We cannot know, after all, if the fox feels delight in being alive or if the juniper mourns for her fallen kin. But I'll be doggone if nature isn't fueled by the holy vibration called gratitude. It is a force, to be sure. It is radical. It is a radical way of being in the world. We permit ourselves to weep when the world falls to bones, do we not? Why then do we not allow ourselves a rebellious moment breathing with gratitude? And what you need to plant for the new year is gratitude, and let gratitude grow. Which goddess can help you is Atira. With every step I take, I am connected to earth energy. Atira grew from a seed planted in the heavens by the Great Spirit who created the earth. Just like the seed she grew from, and an ear of corn, she is sweet and imbued with lightness. She sustains both the spirit and the physical body of her people and nurtures the land, teaching farmers to care for their crops and ensure they grow in abundance. Atira is the mother of every living thing and always provides. Whenever her feet touch the earth, great fields of corn grow, stretching to the heavens and acting as a conduit, bringing her and her people closer together. And the ritual to follow is that she is closely linked with the earth and reminds us of our connection to nature. Walking barefoot emphasizes this bond and draws the earth's energy resonating with the Terra's grounding nature. Walk barefoot on natural ground. Feel the earth's energy with each step. Affirm, I am grounded. I draw strength from the earth. And that's what I have for you, Ginger.
Nice. And give you over to Bobby, and she says, "I feel like a sacred hag." And I am gratitude.
Don't
I'm in
we?
gratitude daily.
All Ginger.
Hi, Ginger. How you doing, love? Um, So the first question, what can I harvest now? The card I pulled for you is from my Oracle of the Hecate deck. It's called Clytius. Clytius was a Titan that she defeated during the Titan Wars. This card symbolizes defeat. It says you must stand up and get ready to battle, baby girl. Um, you're going to have to apply some strength coming up in the near future. Okay. The next second question, what can I plant for the new year? Goes along with the first card. This is from my Halloween Oracle deck, my new favorite deck. This card is called Night Song. It symbolizes hidden talents. The things that, and I've told you this in readings before, Ginger, um, you're expanding your esoteric knowledge, you're expanding your psychic awareness and your gifts. It's time to let those hidden talents fly. Okay, it's time to lean into them. It's time to make them work for you. Right. And as far as which goddess can help me now, I drew from my Great Goddesses Oracle deck, the goddess Ereshkigal. Okay, and the message that this card carries with it is call on Ereshkigal to protect what belongs to you. So these three cards together are telling me not only are you evolving into something new, but baby, you might have to defend those actions. Don't back down. Don't ever let anybody stunt your growth. Okay, lean into your own power. You got this. All right, and that's all I got for you today. I'm
She goes, I am Wonder Woman, dear Bobby.
Hell yeah, you are.
So, Jinja, I have King of Wands for you. And the King of Wands is all about leadership, um, having optimism. And boy, you've had to have a lot of optimism in recent, times since I've known you, and even up to, with this whole thing with the hurricane, being strong there for your boys, for yourself, and an example of others. And another thing too about letting people be there to reach out to you, to comfort you. I did get also what can I plant for the new year. I got the Six of Cups, and so this is about tapping into the card's about nostalgia, but being really able to, because it's typically showing, children giving each other a cup, so about being willing to be able to accept help, um, to hold those good memories, let them help you carry you through, moving forward. The cups is, about those emotions and those abilities, and I think that too has to do a lot with the intuitive, really tapping into everything that you have learned so far, and developed within yourself, not just psychically, but spiritually, physically, emotionally. And the goddess that can help you, this is very interesting. I got Tituba for you. And her card says, accused and condemned, I carried the weight of injustice upon my shoulders. And I know in private discussions, you share some things in your past that that do feel very unfair, very unjust. Um, but Tituba's story, she was a household slave for Reverend Samuel Paris. During a time of heightened paranoia and fear, accusations of witchcraft began to spread throughout the community, and Tituba found herself at the center of the 1692 Salem witch trials. Um, so it goes on a little bit more, but she was, basically, I think, forced to admit. Um, she even, accused others to try to save her life. There was imprisonment, execution, and whatnot. And I think for this card here, reaching out to her, um, being able to be yourself more open in public. Because I know a lot of times with us with jobs and things, when we come out of basically like the broom closet or the spiritual closet or the metaphysical like tarot and all this, you know, that can be something that people would condemn us for, even to this day. And I think a lot of us are sometimes afraid to openly say, I am a witch, or I practice magic, or I believe in the fae. I read cards, because of that stigma, and possibly a past life as well, where a lot of us had to deal with this kind of execution or subjugation, because of our spiritual beliefs. So just, standing in your power, standing in your truth. She even looks like she's got the justice with her hair. Almost kind of looks like Nancy's spiders coming out of her head. So, but that's what I have for you, Ginger. Um, I hope that resonated for you. But you are
Well,
that Queen of Wands. You
when you
really
guys
are.
were in school, did they teach you about Tituba?
Mm,
That was
no,
part of our
she's
learning when we were kids in
really.
California. When we learned
Really?
about the witch trials, we learned about Tituba. Yeah,
That's neat.
So, hey, girl, hey, I saw you pop in
Tituba.
before chat jumped up. Thanks for being here, Allison. So, you're welcome, my dear. So, we are going to do random now. Let me take and drive safely while go getting your little one, go getting your son. So, let's see. I don't think I've ever read for MG before. So, let's pull cards for MG. MG,
Yeah,
are you
Ginger
still
said she
here?
remembers.
MG.
Rossi learned. Yeah.
Well, first of all, MG, are you here? The readings are going to be taken out of a random order. So, yes, you are here, and
All
I'm new.
right.
So, all righty.
Oh,
Well,
cards.
welcome, MG.
Let's see, what deck do I get pulled towards?
I'm ready.
Nancy's on the ball.
I tell you what,
Yeah, she
I am
is.
I tell
inspired.
you what.
MG, what can I harvest now? Your life purpose. Manifest your dreams. And I love this for you, because this is something that we all need to do. Manifestation is so important, and you can harvest this right now. Just picture it, imagine it, and believe that it's happening. That's the key, the belief in it. What can I plant for the new year is grounding. Recenter yourself by grounding your energy. This is very, very important as we walk the spiritual path. And this is something that you can plant for the new year to make sure that you're always grounded. It's so important. It just keeps us balanced, and it helps us to commune with Mother Nature. The goddess that I got that can help you is Ellen of the Ways. And the card says, I choose the right path for me. And this is what it says about Ellen of the Ways. At the dawn of time, Ellen of the Ways sprang forth, ready to greet the sun and embrace her destiny. Her limbs are strong and sun-kissed. Her hair is red and tousled, braided with vines and leaves, and her eyes are the brightest green to match the new shoots and shrubs that come to life all around her. Most striking of all are the antlers that twist from her brow. Like a crown of bone, she walks the dream world just as she wanders the real world. And though you may never be sure if you have really seen her, she'll be there to help you find the right path and discover your life's purpose. And the ritual with Ellen of the Ways is she is a Celtic goddess of the pathways and inspires us to choose our journey wisely. Writing down the specific goals embodies her energy of direction and purpose. Think of a personal growth or career goal. Write down specifics and achievable steps towards it. And as you walk, if you walk and get into nature, into a forest, or keep your eyes open. You might see Ellen of the Ways. She pops around and is seen from time to time by various people. That's what I have for you.
Thank you, Nancy. And over to Bobby.
Hey, boo boo. So the first question, what can I harvest now? I drew for my Hecatean deck a card called Cords, and it symbolizes bondage. This is saying it's time to cut loose the things that you already know you need to cut loose. All right. You've allowed yourself to get tied down by minuscule, crappy little things. It's time to cut those loose. The things that are holding you back, it's time to cut them loose. Now, please, um, accept my words for what they are. Don't make any major life decisions based on them, but please be aware of the advice that we offer. All right. And seeing that there's something really weighing on you that you know you have to get out of your life. So if possible, please do so. Um, the second question, what can I plant for the new year? Nothing at this moment in time. Okay. You've got to deal with this first. This card is called Winter, the Sacredness of Pausing. It's from my Halloween deck. This card says calm your tits. All right. Sit back, wait. All right. Consider everything you've got going on in your life right now. It's time to play triage and put what's important first and put everything else to the side for right now. You've got some healing that needs to happen, but that's not going to happen until you cut these cords. All right. And as for which goddess can help you, I drew for you the norms, all right, which is a very powerful card to draw. The Norns are the goddesses of fate. They see past, present, and future. So, what I get from this card is that you need to recognize that all your actions bleed into each other, right? One thing will cause, it's like dominoes. One domino will knock the next domino, will knock the next domino. All right. So this card is saying be aware of your actions, be aware of what came before that's affecting now, and understand how this is going to affect your future. Okay. And that's all I got for you on this.
Okay, thank you, Bob. Oops, that's not me. That's Nancy. Let me put me over here. There we go. So MG, I had to pull an extra card because I was looking at the tarot. For me, I just can't pull one tarot card, and I have to have at least two. I did get the Two of Pentacles. So, what are you harvesting right now? You have been doing a balancing act, a juggling act with finances, security, stability, decision making. This even comes spiritually, and I'm looking at the other cards. You have a very strong intuition. I'm looking at one of the cards that I have here, but some of this balancing act of what you've had to, what you're harvesting, came, I think, possibly from some form of deception or betrayal. I did get the Seven of Swords, and I don't know if this was an actual spiritual or personal betrayal or deception on somebody's part. But it also could be maybe something that you notice that you are betraying yourself on. Maybe that you know, kind of like, well, I'm lying to myself. I can't do this. I almost kind of like stealing your own joy away. I don't know where this is coming from. So I'm just kind of going to go with this. But on any level, this is about just coming full circle now. This is what you're harvesting. You're acknowledging recent betrayals or injustice or um, um, bullying also comes to mind too. So I want to make sure, especially with the swords, a mental bullying, like putting yourself down, like how could I have, we you know, those coulda, woulda, shouldas kind of thing. So we just want to, right now we're harvest. We know that is the past, and we're bouncing and we're moving into the future. And I want you to trust your intuition more, because I did get the oracle card from my witch tarot, from my witch oracle, which is woman in total control of herself. And the card, she's shuffling, she's looking right. You are the oracle. You are in connection with your intuition. Trust that gut. Your intuition may be stronger than those maybe in your circle, or they may be connected to somebody in your family. And it almost kind of feels like, because of this being Samhain time, this could very well be a family member kind of looking back at you the from your history, saying, these are abilities that have been passed on down to you. You are the oracle. You know this. Tap into your intuition. Um, Start paying attention to your dreams. Those on the other side and your guides are talking to you. They're reaching out to you. And the guys that can help you through all this, I got Bridget, and she's all about the creative spark, and she is the goddess of smithing, forging, the arts. So if you are like artistically inclined or been wanting to do something that has to do with poetry, storytelling, writing, getting your story down onto paper, getting your experiences down onto paper, and with the idea of forging too, it's time to forge a new path for yourself. So we're leaving the past behind, no longer doubting or deceiving oneself. You are the oracle. You have the abilities. You're connected to spirit, and now allow Bridget to help guide you on forging this new path, this new understanding, this new future for you. And that's what I have for you, MG. Thank you.
I love that image of Bridget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a little bit older too. So, yeah, it's a beautiful card. So, let me just put all my cards back, or because I have so many decks out here, I don't want to, start shuffling the deck later on and go, oh, what's this doing here? So yes, you're right on. Thank you. Okay, thank you, MG. I'm looking for any other comments. Hello, Harley. Harley has joined us.
Yes.
So Ginger says, wonderful reads, my friends. You're welcome, my dear. And so, hi, Emily. We'll add you to the list. I'm actually going to end here because
There
we
was
are.
someone up above.
Oh, was there
friend
somebody
that-
else?
Yeah, let me see. Let me go
Well,
up.
I'm going to tell you who I have left. I have
Okay.
Rossi. I
Sharon
have Deb.
O'Brien.
Yeah, I got Sharon.
Okay.
Rossi, Debbie, Shenanigans. Let me take off MG, Rain, Sharon, and Emily. And we are going to be doing readings out of random. So, Emily, I did add you. And if we have time, we'll add you to the mix. But I did, highlight your request. So I am being drawn to Debbie. So you can be next
Is
to Debbie.
is Rain? That's Allison.
No.
No,
Aries
not Rain.
girl.
Rain. Aries. Aries is what I
Yeah.
meant. Aries girl is Allison. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Hi, Allison. Just making sure it was you before I said hi.
So
I'm ready.
Emily, we'll see if we can. I'm actually going to go ahead and just put the questions are closed for now.
Okay.
Because you are getting 3 cards. Where's my questions are closed? I have too many banners. There we go. Rain's been teaching me all about banners. So, alrighty. So, Debbie, are you ready, Nancy?
I am, and I wanted to explain why I'm ready. Because what I do when I finish reading, I listen to you all, but I also ask Spirit to choose the cards for the next read. So that's
Okay.
When Heather was giving her last read, I was getting spirit touching the back of my head. So, top of my head, which means the divine was involved there, my dear.
Yeah. Okay, Debbie. What I can harvest now is wisdom. And this card is a card of remembrance. And this time of the year, there's much to remember as we think about our ancestors and our path ahead, what we've experienced in the past year and how it's helped us to grow. And you can harvest wisdom right now, Debbie. What you can plant for the new year is to be present. And these are two very little words, be present. But being present is huge. If we're in the present moment, we're experiencing everything in the now. We're not thinking about what's going to happen tomorrow. We're not mulling over what happened yesterday. We're in the present moment. And that is very, very important. And it's a key to successful meditation as well. And I love that for you. The goddess that came up for you, Debbie, is Rhiannon. And the card says, I set myself free by forgiving myself and others. And this is what it says. She is the Celtic goddess of the moon and horses. After marrying a king and bearing a beautiful son, Rhiannon was falsely blamed for the disappearance of her child. She was condemned to relive her shame by telling her story to all. Nevertheless, when the truth was revealed, Rhiannon forgave everyone and reigned with a compassion in her heart. And the ritual, Rhiannon, the Celtic goddess of the moon and horses, is often associated with the forgiveness and transformation. This ritual focuses on the liberating power of forgiveness. Reflect on a situation where forgiveness is needed. Write a letter or forgiveness to yourself or another, then symbolically let it go. For example, tearing it up or burning it. And that's what I have for you, Debbie.
Beautiful. Bobby? And Ginger said,
Hello.
Bobby, would that perhaps be the tingles?
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly what it was. So please know that whenever the tingles are involved, there is somebody on a higher plane saying, "Yep." Um, Ginger and I have been talking about this a lot on our shows, where the tingles on the sides are people I know, people I don't know, the gods. Okay, so
Oh, really?
yeah, that's how it's
Very
been
cool.
showing up on my head. So the first question, what can I plant now? I drew aconite for you. Aconite is symbolic of like the death card. Okay, it's time for change. Aconite is an herb that is sacred to the goddess Hecate. It's sprouted up from where the saliva of Cerberus hit the ground. Aconite's sprouting up. Okay, so not only is this saying it's time for change in your life, it's saying take, how do I say? I know the image I'm saying. Take the good with you. Don't throw everything out. All right. Everything happens for a reason. All right. Focus on carrying certain things forward with you. And I say this because the next card I drew, which is what can I harvest for the new year? When I hear that question, I think, what can I take with me into the new year? This is your ancestors card. This is everything that has come before you that has made you who you are. Remember who you are. Okay, make friends with the bad parts of yourself. All right, lean into what you consider negative parts of yourself. Look at them in the face, make friends with them. Okay, it's time to get that out of the way. And you're not alone because the goddess that can help you out that I drew for you is the goddess Hecate. All right, I was hoping she'd make an appearance this time. This card is not just Hecate, this card symbolizes the crone aspect. All right, the crone aspect. Hi, Nancy. Um, the crone aspect is the one that is like the hermit. It looks back over everything. It makes judgment. It sorts through everything. All right, now is the time for you to do that. So please lean into that. And that's all I got for you today.
And Audra says Hecate is one of mine. So she connects with Thank you
Oh,
for sharing, Audra. So, all right, thank you, Bobby and Debbie. Um, Interesting cards. So I'm looking at the goddess, and I'm looking at I'm like, hmm. So I end up pulling just a quick tarot card, and I'm kind of seeing a little bit of a celebration here. So I got the herbal kitchen. I pulled from my witch's oracle, wisdom oracle, and I got alchemist. And with the alchemist, which what you are harvesting now, you're harvesting herbs, you're harvesting um, plants. It doesn't always have to be like herbs to mix into potions and things, but this is a time of harvest where you're harvesting your herbs, your medicinals. It could be your garden that you're tending. You're bringing in the harvest, you're bringing in the abundance, and grinding, mixing. I don't know if you're into making potions or canning soup, but there is this very a lot of importance and power that you draw from herbs, from things from your garden, things that you may purchase at the stores. But it feels like you are very drawn to alchemy, alchemy, mixing and distilling and creating not only physical potions and or any sort of physical substance, but this can also represent spiritually for me. And with all this development that you are harvesting now, what to plant in the future is herbal tea. Okay. But what I'm getting now too is protection. So what you want to plant for the future, I'm getting the protection card. So I don't know if this is saying that you need to, if you do ritual, or when you create your teas, or if you go into, it just seems to be that you need more protection. You need to call in more of your protective guides. Um, you need to more create healthy boundaries, but really raising a bubble of protection around you more. I don't know if this is something that you're already feeling, that you're getting a sense of that there is protection. Because sometimes when people move into the element of who they are, the power of who they are, there's going to be people there to support them, encourage them. But every now and then we get those stragglers, those energies, whether they're actually intentionally sent from people or people that are intentionally sent, or even energies that get attracted to the light. Just making sure that you have your protections in place, both spiritually. This could also maybe represent health wise. You're talking about teas. But with these cards, I know that you'll be able to figure out what that is. I just wanted a quick card to go with these and with the goddess. And I did get the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands are about celebration, success. But something I just learned about the Six of Wands on the traditional card is that there's a person who always doesn't look too happy at the person who is on top of the horse, that is successful, that is celebrating. And this could very well be where it's tying in that there may be an individual or two who may not be so happy with your success or may not understand your spirituality and what you do, your lifestyle. And that might be where moving forward you might want to just kind of reinforce and look at your protections. The goddess that can work with you right now to help you, I'm trying to not butcher her name here, Varamati. I pulled from the Goddesses of the World Oracle, and she's a Polynesian goddess, and she is about beauty, seduction. This is about celebrating your sensuality and self expression, enjoying the power of your allure and creative essence, which can also bring unwanted tension or negative energy towards you from people who don't support you in your life and in your work and in who you are. So it says here, let her guidance inspire you to express your inner radiance and embrace your unique magnetism. So again, I'm feeling like there may be some folks that aren't so happy with your success or possibly a, your spiritual practice or lifestyle, but you've got this. You're harvesting all this wonderful energy um, into yourself, your creations. But then again, still protection and I'll end it right there because sometimes I can go on and I don't mean to. So that's what I have for you, my dear. Let me put these here. Um, Alrighty, so yeah, it looks a little bit like Amanda, doesn't it? So Debbie says, "Wow, okay." And hello, Justin. I just saw you pop in. Hello, hello.
Yes. And
So oh, Moira joined us. Hello, Moira. And yes, things have been happening, and I've increased my protection. Gotcha. Alrighty, so let me take you off, Debbie. Alrighty, is Shenanigans. I'm getting drawn to Shenanigans. Shenanigans, are you still here? Take a quick sip, sip.
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans, shenanigans. Yep, there we go. So, whoop, let me take me off the big here, and let me put Nancy into the biggie. There we go.
But
My friends. No.
Shenanigans. What you can harvest now is this is a message from the goddess Gaia. Heart's treasure chest. Open your treasured heart and share your riches with the world. Equally show yourself to receive. And you know, a lot of times it is easier to give than it is to receive. But it's important for us to receive from others, to give them the blessings of giving. But to open your heart's treasure chest, I love that for you. That's what you can harvest right now, Shenanigans. And what you can plant for the new year is your path. Have courage to follow your own path. And I want you to look at this. It's almost like she's planting that path that she's going to follow, you know, as she goes forward into the new year. It kind of looks like Ellen of the Ways, doesn't it? And the goddess that I got for you is Lakshmi. And it says, I turn the tides of my fate with effort and grace. And Lakshmi, the Hindu goddess of wealth, good fortune, and success, symbolizes the ability to influence one's fate with grace. The ritual is about taking action towards your goals with elegance and determination. List a small, achievable goal related to your larger aspirations. Take a definitive step towards that goal and affirm each step I take is filled with grace and shapes my destiny. And I love that for you. And, you know, you said you are a giver. It is, you know, I can remember when I first started working and I actually had money to buy really nice gifts. And I picked out a string of pearls for my mother for Christmas. And they were real. And I didn't care about what I was getting. You know, I just was so excited to be able to give her those beautiful pearls. And it just made my heart so happy. And it made me realize the joy that giving to someone is also it's important to give others the opportunity to give and for you to receive. So that's the message that I have for you, Shenanigans.
Very nice. So, Bobby?
Hello. So the first question, what can I plant now? The Ace of Cups. All right. The Ace of Cups is a card of spirituality for me. All right. It is a card of new emotions, but when I get the Ace of Cups on a question like this, your spirituality is what you can plant now. Your spirituality is what you need to focus on and lean into because it's going to help you out through the coming year. All right. So get that in order. What can you harvest for the new year? Take the love that you've had this past year, take the love that has come before. I drew the eternal love card for you. This card down here at the bottom says love is love is love,
That's
and it
beautiful.
and it transcends physical death. I mean, look at how pretty that card is. All right. What you can harvest and carry with you into the new year is love. All right. Lean into everything you do with joy, with happiness, with what's the word I'm looking for? Respect for yourself. All right. That's a big thing. Right. Not only love for the world around you, you need to love yourself. All right. You need to love yourself sometimes above all others because you can't help anybody else until you're helping yourself. All right. And as far as which goddess can help you, I drew for you the goddess Demeter. The goddess Demeter brings her blessings of long golden grain. It's abundance. All right. When you get this card, you know life is about to happen. All right. Demeter makes everything grow. Right. She is the force that feeds us. I have a great love for Demeter. She was one of the first goddesses I met as a child. Um, but I met her as Cirrus. And hold on. There's another message here that I'm getting, and I know it because I got this. Things aren't going to be easy. When they are difficult, do not shut down. All right. When the goddess had her daughter taken from her, she shut everything down. She shut the world down. Nothing grew until she got her daughter back. All right. Don't shut yourself off from the world when things start getting difficult. All right.
Mm,
No, it's temporary. I'm going to let you have that and make of it what you will.
that is powerful. Not shutting down. Wow. Oh boy, I can relate to that. That's why a lot of these personal messages, they can all be taken on a collective level. It really can. Carry the torch and push onward. Yep.
It's funny she says torches because when she lost her daughter, it was the goddess Hecate with her torch leading her, helping her find her.
Oh, shenanigans, honey! I didn't know you lost your daughter. I'm so sorry, honey. Um,
Oh, shenanigans. I'm so sorry, my love. That makes that message even more powerful. Do
Oh,
not shut down. All right.
oh boy.
All right.
So, shenanigans, what I have for you that you're harvesting is the Ten of Pentacles. I pulled from the De Louis. I was called to pull from this deck. And I was just sharing this with Nancy earlier. And the Ten of Pentacles is about the culmination of the Pentacles of having financial security, um, having a sense of physical security in the home, being connected, to the earth, having that success, having a foundation, a happy home. Um, and I'm looking at this because I also look at this deck as an oracle as well. And, under her, there's this river and it's red. It's almost kind of like running a little bit like with blood. But here it's not supposed to be, dark as in, see, she's got two threads here. The threads were broken, they were separated. And this is now making me connect with what Bobby said with the Demeter, half the year, in darkness and half the year in light. A lot has flown underneath the bridge, under the water has passed, but look how you rise above it. The blood can represent vitality, yes, It can represent pain, purification, the moving forward, but things are coming full circle. Um, and the past is being broken too, snapping it and letting go, moving forward. And I really do believe that because I did get the Ace of Swords from you for the next one. And the Ace of Swords, this is what you can start planting for the future. Having the clarity of thought, having new visions, new ideas, new things that you want to forge ahead in. And I did pull the page, um, and it says here, um, it says fighting spirit. You do have a fighting spirit, but just make sure that you don't fight the spirit when you receive the visions or the ideas or the clarity. um, Remember, you had the power from breaking that thread, from breaking the past and creating the security, the spiritual connection to the earth, to your home. Moving forward, again, with the sword. It's not a wand, but still a sword, forging ahead. And I got Danu or Thanu, depending on the pronunciation. And she was the mother goddess of the Tuatha. And she's here in this deck. She's about assurance and to help you grow, to help you manifest all these new ideas and visions that you want to have for yourself moving forward. She's there to show you, and she's got the little seed right there. So this is the perfect goddess. So planning ahead, planting those seeds, and calling upon her, the Mother Earth, the Mother Goddess, to be able to help you grow um, these plants, your journey, your thoughts, your ideas, bring everything that you want to bring into fruition. So um, that's what I have for you, that beautiful seedling. And it's right in her hand. She's just protecting it, guiding it. So imagine that your dreams, your goals, everything you want to do, they are precious, they are delicate, and call in her energy to be able to manifest that. And that's what I have for you, shenanigans. Put this here. Yonks, no pressure. I mean, yeah, well, Colin, she's the
I
mother
hear,
energy,
I hear
mothers,
Jinkies voice. He said
jinkies, uh,
Zoinks.
zoinks.
Doink.
So, alrighty. Yes. Okay, so we are at 6:09. I know we're running a little, I don't say a little behind. Bobby and Nancy, how long are you good for? How's your energy?
I'm good.
I'm good. I can go until 6:30.
To 6:30. Okay, so we're only going to have time maybe for two more questions. So
That's about right.
let's see. Rain. I know it's a little bit later with Rain, so hello, Kristen. So we'll do Rain, and
Yeah, it sucks. I'm on Pacific time. I'm the ass end of everything. By the time I'm ready to do
well,
things,
next year
y'all
I'm
are
going to be
done.
joining you. I'm going to be joining you next year.
Yeah, you are.
So Rain, you're going to be next, my dear. And then if anybody can let me know who's still in chat. I also have Rossi, Sharon, and Emily on the list. But we're going to go ahead and do Rain first, and I'm going to put Nancy in the big seat. Ooh, what deck for Rain?
Um, Rain, the first card that I got for you is what can I harvest now? And the card that came up is generosity, be the divine flow of goddess nature. And I wish that this was a puppy on her shoulder, but it's a kitty cat.
She's got a
But
kitty,
oh, okay. Okay. Oh
Oscar.
my goodness.
Hmm.
You
It looks
know,
like, actually, it looks almost like Oscar. I think it's an
oh,
orange kitty. So
um,
yeah.
but anyhow, just look at this basket that is full of things. And uh, what you can harvest right now is your generosity to others and how you add to this community, how you inspire other people, and how much you give of yourself. I mean, it's evident, and that's such a precious quality. Um, I have two cards for what you can plant for the new year. The first one is You have the power to manifest your dreams. You are holding it right in your hand, and you have to think deeply. I mean, deeply, deeply think upon what it is that you truly want in your life, and then manifest it. Because I've got the card that goes with that is the card of self-discovery, for you to dive deep and create exactly what you want. The goddess that came up for you, Rain, is, and I may mispronounce this, it's Exchil. Exchil. I'm not familiar with her, but it says, I embrace change and reflect inner beauty.
Ishel.
Oh, Ishel?
Ishel. That's how I've seen the phonetics pronounced.
Ishel. Oh, okay. Ishel. It doesn't look like that, does it?
I know.
Anyway, let's see. She is the Mayan goddess of the moon, weaving, and childbirth. So we I think discovered that you do not want 11 children last night. So we'll just go with the moon and the weaving, okay?
There we go.
Serving as a guardian to mothers and the source of inspiration for weavers, Ishel embodies nurturing care and creativity. Her affinity with the lunar cycle is seen as a vital influence on the natural world, particularly how it affects life on Earth. She represents the essence of fertility and the perpetual cycles of nature. Representations of Ishel often include the moon, highlighting her close relationship with this celestial body. And the ritual for this goddess is it's about embracing change and helping you recognize your inner beauty. And it says, gaze at the moon or a picture of it, absorbing its serene beauty. Contemplate a recent change in your life. And that's what I have for you, Rain.
Oh, wow. Okay, Bobby.
I think you're muted, Bobby.
Bobby.
Oh no, sorry. I was blowing my nose again. I didn't
Oh,
want you guys to hear the boogers. This card that I drew for you is called Hecate's Wheel. All right, you've seen this symbol in association with her before. It's called the Stropalos. It symbolizes her power. These, I'll come back on a later date and go into it more, but basically, these are the serpents of her power. When this card comes up upside down like it did, it tells me you're in the middle of some everyone's like, oh no, boogers. You're in the middle of some serious changes going on in your life. These aren't little changes, these are big, major changes that you're going through. But fear not, little one, for the next card I drew for you from my Halloween deck is called the Witch, the Weaver of the Worlds. The earthly weaver of the worlds. That's you. All right. Yes, you're going through it right now, and you're going through some major changes. Don't let it throw you off your stride. All right. You are the weaver. You are the dancer. I'm getting the feeling that you yourself have some magic, maybe witchcraft. Are you a witch? Let me see. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Point is, you have the ability to weave fates. All right. This is something.
Oh, we lost Bobby. We got switched out. How the hell did that happen?
Got sick of what I was saying? Okay.
No, I'm looking down, and 1 minute look up, and then I'm there, and you're down there.
There. The last card I drew for you. Which goddess can help you out? Persephone. I drew the goddess Persephone. Okay. Persephone is the goddess of flowers and new life. All right. So the three of these together, we've got the Strophalos upside down, which says you're going through a situation right now. The witch, which says you have the ability to weave your fate. And then Persephone, the goddess of new life and new growth. All right. Basically, you got this shit. Don't worry about it. All right. Lean into your magic, lean into your power, and trust your intuition. All right. She got taken to the underworld, but she came out of it the queen. All right. Remember that.
Hey, Chris. All righty. Thank y'all. And I haven't seen anything other
Hey,
comments
Chris, how
yet.
you doing?
So, Rain, I got the Lion Queen. First line right out the bat. Check your boundaries. Stand in your power. You got the kitty again. So there's baby Oscar, but baby
You
Oscar, when
got
he
this,
looks at
girl. You
himself
got
in
this,
the
girl.
mirror, it's a big, big kitty. What was that, Bobby?
I have a delay on my words, and Rain, what she said just came in and it gave me the chills. So I wanted to say, you know, go for
Awesome.
it, baby girl.
So,
I didn't
Rain,
mean to
stand
interrupt
in
you.
your power. Stand in, you've got the strength of that lion next to you. You've got that spear in your hand. This is you being sovereign. This is you standing your ground. It says here, you check your boundaries. Are they crafted securely to honor your sovereignty? So this is you worry about selflessness sac- or sacrificing. You've got to focus on you, girl. You stay focused on you, your beautiful babies. And yes, are you protecting your precious life force? Yes, you are. You have to. That and your loved one, your loved for ones. So stand in your power, my girl. I got the next card I got from that deck is the Keeper of Silence, and this is about using discretion right now, not sharing too much with people. Your projects, your goals, your ideas, your plans, because not everybody is going to be supportive of that. So just be wary of who you share with, and keep as much of that energy and those plans to yourself as possible. Um, excuse me. I pulled from the Dark Goddess, and I got the Catherine de Medici for you. And Catherine de Medici, power can manifest in unexpected forms, even within the delicate vials of deadly secrets. So, again, keeper of silence, keeping your plans to yourself, keeping your thoughts to yourself, keeping certain things that are important to yourself from others. And we both kind of know who, this is probably being referred to. So, just really staying within your power, keeping your cards close to your chest. I just want to read something really quick down here. I'll take a picture of this later, send it to you. It says here, Catherine's story serves as a reminder that even in the face of adversity and controversy, one can find strength and resilience. And that you have, my dear. You got that resilience. She navigated treacherous political landscapes, faced personal losses, and experienced the complexities of wielding power. So you are that power. You stay in touch with that whenever you feel like you might be losing that power. Tap into her, call on her, and her energy, her archetype, however you want to do it. But yeah, you got this, girl. So let me set those
I
down.
really love that deck, but I'm afraid to buy it because everyone's going to say, "Oh, he's trying to copy Heather Luck."
No, I got this because Nancy's got it too. I could
Does
be,
she?
yeah,
Oh, then I
yeah.
don't feel bad. I'm going to order it. Yay!
How do you think I got this? It's from this lovely lady right there in the
You
middle. She
you will
gifted
love
me
it,
this deck.
Bobby. You will love it.
That and
I
the
do. Every
Ethereal
time
deck.
Heather uses it, I fall in love with
Do
it
you
every
do
single
you have
time.
the ethereal tarot?
No,
Well, they go hand in hand. So
I'm going to
By
have to
Vixen
get them
Vixen.
too.
Vixen has a an Etsy shop, or you can order it from his website. I have found, well, he's in Canada. So what they do is he sends the decks to Washington State and they sort of linger there for a while until they ship them all out. So it takes a few weeks.
Gotcha.
Okay, so we have time for one more reading. So I know that Rossi, Sharon, and Emily are here. Ladies, I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 20. Whichever lady figures the number out first, we'll pull on you. Well, no, let's not. Yeah,
You're
between 1 and
evil.
20.
All right.
Goddess.
I have a number right in my head.
Didn't
Nope, nope. No, Moira, honey, you're not on the list. I'm gonna have time for one more. Rossi, Sharon, and Emily. So whoever comes up with the number that I'm thinking of between 1 and 20.
Who is closest?
There we go. Rossi's got it. She nailed it. Number 11.
Okay.
So,
Look at Emily,
ladies,
2, 12, 1. That's what I
Huh?
would have done. I would have just put one big row of numbers.
so Rossi
Oh, wait,
picked the right one.
Rain chimed in too.
So thank you, Emily and Sharon, for being here. And again, everyone's numbers. Okay, Sharon, we're done. We already got a winner, sweetheart. So
No soup for you.
for no soup for you. Oh my God. So ladies, thank you for being here. And again, mini readings are very collective as well. So you know, there may be a message for you in these cards as well. And I know Nancy's already, so
Oh, okay, Rossi. What can you harvest right now? Is your journey. Your life is a sacred gift. And as you journey forward, embrace all that you can and reflect for all the goodness and the magic in your life. Look at all the beautiful animals and the moon and the stars. That's a beautiful harvest. What I can plant for the new year. There are two cards that came up for you. The first is Awakening, and I love this. This is a tree. You walk into the forest. I feel like this new year is going to be a time of deeper awakening for you. And the card that goes with that is the Rainbow Bridge. It says, embrace your uniqueness to bridge gaps in your life, foster connections, and bring unity and harmony to those around you. And I love that for you, Rossi. And the goddess that I got for you is Amorosu. Is that right, Heather? Amorosu?
I've heard it pronounced Amaratsu. So close.
Okay.
Which one? Spell it? Amada.
Pardon me?
Are you talking about the Japanese goddess?
Yes.
Yes.
Amaterasu.
Okay.
Amaterasu. Okay.
Rossi,
Thank you.
her. I am a being of light and love. And this is what this goddess says to you. She was the Shinto goddess of the sun. Joy, self-esteem, positive energy, and rejuvenation. She embodies brightness and compassion. The ritual that this goddess offers encourages you to radiate positivity and warmth, mirroring her luminous spirit. Stand in a sunlight area or a warmly lit room. Close your eyes and visualize a bright light emanating from your heart. Affirm, I radiate light and love to everyone around me. Isn't that beautiful? I radiate light and love to everyone around me. That's what I have for you, Rossi.
Nice. All righty. Bobby and Rossi said that tree looks like a portal. Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
So I had to look up something on the goddess to make sure I had the right thing. And it was more than I remembered. So what can I plant now? You drew the card for Asteria, Hecate's mother. She is the
Mm.
goddess of the stars and of dreams. She has the power of prophecy. Um, what can you plant now? Plans. Make plans. Now is the time to plan
Mhm.
for the future. Think long term. Okay, not just what's going to happen this week or next month. Start thinking frickin' long term. It's very important. All right. Um, what can you harvest for the new year? I drew the owl. Okay. The owl symbolizes wise thing and wise action, is what it says on the card. We all associate owls with wisdom, with the goddess Athena. Um, what I get from this card, though, is messages, because all winged birds are messengers of my Lord Hermes. Um, I'm getting it's time to share your dreams with others, that there's other people out there who share your dreams as well and will be involved with you. Reach out. It's time to spread your wings, honey bunny. I love this card. It makes me think of my grandmother. My grandmother was the most encouraging person to me in my life. My grandma said what RuPaul's mama said. Unless they paying your bills, pay them bitches no mind. All right. I grew up with that. So when
Woo!
RuPaul started saying it, I was like, yeah, that's what my grandma used to say.
I like
Um,
that.
yeah, unless they paying your bills, pay them bitches no mind. All right. So you do you, Buttercup. All right. Don't worry about anybody else. You got this. Now, I'm getting the feeling that somebody around you might need you to look out for them. All right. You may have to be called to be protector, because the last card, what goddess can help you, is Ninhursag. Okay. This is the goddess of childbirth, comfort, and healing. All right. So I'm getting that somebody may be around you who needs your guidance and protection at this precise moment in time. Somebody who's trying to birth something, who's trying to create something. It could be a life as in a child, it could be a project, but um, whatever it is, I invite you to please be as encouraging and loving as possible, because it's it's going to be meaningful. All right. So I'll leave you with that.
Alrighty. And Rosanna, Rosanna. Um, I got for you your first card, what you are now harvesting. I got the Ace of Swords. So at this time, you have a lot of goals. You are harvesting ideas, trying to be very clear on them. And I end up having to pull an extra card for this one, and I'll explain. You have so many ideas, girl, that you want to start planning for. That I got the Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles, there's going to be some patience needed involved, and just keep working out what it is that you want to bring into fruition, what you want to bring into manifestation. Um, that Ace of Swords, you have a lot of them. You've got a lot of clarity. You really know what it is that you want to do. Lots of ideas. So what we're going to start doing now, harvest those ideas, write them down. Start with this time of year, connecting with your ancestors, connecting with your guides, your higher self, and start kind of honing in on what it is, because your next card is the Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles, whichever one that you choose, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears are going to go into this, but it's going to bring such a beautiful fruition. I know there's no pentacles in here. It's actually the black swan in here, but it's about the success, wanting to strive for success, wanting things to be successful at this time, wanting things to be manifest, but having to kind of just take a step back and like those little red shoes, baby steps, taking your time, giving the winter time months to really start um, fleshing out what it is that you want to do, and start making plans, start seeding those. And the title of the card for this year is Sow Today, Harvest Tomorrow. That's the actual title of the card for this book. And so it's all about creating foundations, building something new. And the goddess to go along with it is perfect. I got the Corn Mother,
Mm.
and she is all
That's
about
beautiful.
planting and harvesting. I know she's one of my favorite in this deck. And it says here, 10, and it says right here, tend to your dreams. So start planning, start seeding, start working out what it is that you want to bring to fruition the most first. A few little things here and there at a time, and call on her. I lost the page. I love sharing about her. Embrace the spirit of Corn Mother, the North American goddess of fertility and abundance. Cultivate gratitude for the earth's gifts and tend to the seeds of your dreams. Let her energy inspire you to nurture your own growth and the growth of those in your circle. So, amazing cards. Being patient, growing what you want to grow. Call on her to help you when you, because you don't want to push too fast. The timing has to be right. That's kind of where the Seven of Pentacles comes in. Looking at and taking your time and being patient, knowing that sometimes things take a while for them to fully um, to fully, what's the word I'm looking for, not necessarily bloom, but to grow, to like grapes, to fully, I can't think of the word that I'm looking for, but to fully, come to fruition and to ripen. Thank you. To fully
Ripen.
ripen.
They come like, what
I
is
couldn't
it?
think of the word. To fully ripen. So these are wonderful cards, Rossi. Just this winter, start narrowing it down. Start figuring out where it is that you want to focus your time and energy on. What's most, or let them show you which ones want to manifest earlier or wants to come first, and then call on that core mother to give you that energy to have the patience and know that they are going to, come to fruition and ripen and
Miss
harvest
Tarot
hopefully
D
this
is
time next year.
here.
Miss Tarot D, where's my girl? Here she
She's
is.
my mama girl. What's up,
Miss
baby
Tarot
girl?
D. So everything is in its season. Yes. So wonderful cards. I know you can't stay, Misty. We're actually wrapping up. So those who didn't get reads,
What? She
Sharon.
can't stay. That's it. Close this down. We're out of here.
Yeah.
All righty, Bobby's out of here. So Sharon and Emily, we see you a lot in our chats. Just keep an eye open. I'm sure there's going to be some shows tonight. If you got questions, and we'll maybe see you in another one of our chats. And really quick, Nancy, you got something coming up again this week? I'm trying to remember. I know you read with Scott last night. Do you have anything else coming up this week?
Well, Bobby and I are going to
Oh,
meet
that's
on
right.
this panel at 8 p.m. on Wednesday. And I think we're going to trip
Well,
along the
on
Fool's
Wednesday,
Journey, huh?
Yep.
she's going behind the cards.
Yeah.
That's
And
right.
No holds
Friday,
Nancy,
barred.
Nancy is going down the fool's journey with Bobby.
I am. I am. Looking
I am
forward to it.
excited.
Yeah, it's
She
going to
says, be gentle. Nope.
be
No,
all
no,
righty.
no.
It's
Nancy is fierce.
on
She's
Friday at 2 p.m. I'm going to be on with Sun Psychic Jean. And then at 8 p.m., gosh, Bobby and I are just sort of following each other around. I'm going to be on Ginger's channel doing readings with Ramon and Bobby, paranormal readings. So this should be interesting. It's going to be at 8 p.m.
oh.
on Friday. And from what I understand, there is going
When
to
is
be a
that?
story Friday at 8 p.m.
Okay.
And there is going to be a scenario of someone walking in the woods and they find a cabin. And then we pull cards to embellish the story. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be a lot of fun. So that's what I've got this week.
And Bobby, aside from Wednesday with Miss Nancy.
What do I have? Let's see. I'm looking right now. It looks like everything Nancy just said. I am following her really close. I've got Nancy Wednesday Ange is going to be on my channel on Thursday. I got a lot of surprises that day, so please everybody tune in and check
Very
it out.
cool. So make sure you subscribe to Bobby's channel too.
Yes.
Yes, smash that like and subscribe button. I love saying that. And then I got Ginger's channel. Well, here's the big one for me. I have a Halloween broadcast coming up
Ooh.
on, I think it's the 28th.
Hi, Karen.
28th or
Oh,
29th.
I forgot something. So after Bobby finishes, I need to add something. Excuse
I
me,
think
Bobby.
Wow. Nancy's becoming a
Not a
social
problem.
butterfly.
Didn't mean to walk all over you.
Oh, here it is. It should be Five Guys Halloween on the 29th.
All right.
That's right.
Yeah. But it's going to be 11 o'clock Pacific time because a lot of the people I'm doing it with, there's going to be Gerald, who's on the East Coast, Ramon, who's on the East Coast, and then Ken Payne, the author of the Hecatean deck, and then Chris Butler, who is the artist for the Hecatean deck and the Healing Light Tarot. The five of us are going to be doing readings
Farrah.
for Halloween, and I'm very excited for it. I've been planning this for months and months. And that's
Sounds
the whole reason I
wonderful.
got new video, new internet, new everything, just so I could do this one broadcast. I'm so excited for it.
Oh, that's
Going to be fabulous.
It's gonna be on the 29th.
Yeah.
Okay. I tell you, on the 26th, I forgot. My son every year has this huge Halloween party, and Ginger Faye is coming with her man cubs, and Ginger Faye and I are going to be doing readings in a special tarot room, and it's going to be all decorated. And we're going to live stream. We're going to try, and I'm going to try and live stream around the party. I don't know whether it'll be on StreamYard or whether it'll be on just YouTube, but we wanted to show you some of the festivities because it's quite the bash. It goes all night long.
All night long.
I knew you were going to do that.
All night. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Friday I have Allison at 8 o'clock for our Friday night sidekicks. We had a blast last Friday doing an actual paranormal, para-oracle investigation with cards on a local place near me. I'm going to reach out to her. We got to connect and see if we want to do something like that again for Friday. And in the meantime, I probably will do a few pop-ups here and there. Yeah, because this is my favorite season. And I'm in the works with doing a para-oracle show on the, what's the name of the saloon again? With Ange and Bobby. We're working on a date for that. Birdcage. The Birdcage. So stay tuned. We're working on dates for that. And I'm in the works with Karen Care Bear, this young lady right here with Chris and Louise. We're going to narrow down a date, and we're going to be doing
Hi, Karen.
witchy readings.
That sounds fun.
Which way,
Great.
So we're going to pull out our favorite witchy cards and things for the holidays. So yeah, got a lot of those. So stay tuned for that. And Bobby and Nancy, thank you again for another wonderful Monday. And thank you, Bobby, for joining us.
Thank you for surprising everybody. I had fun.
I did too. Yes. Ooh la la. Exactly. And we hope everybody has a great rest of your night. Ange, I hope you're not stuck too much longer in that dentist. I know. I hate doctors' offices. So
now that's a horror story. Dentist.
There you go. And Shenanigans says, thank you for your time, friends. This was awesome. You're so welcome, Shenanigans. Everybody have a great rest of your night. Have a great start to your week. and we will see you in the next live.
Yes.